Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Charlie. Um, this is Dr. Vicky here at the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It is August 8th, 2023. That means it's the 8-8 Lions Gate portal day. The portal has been open for a while. It opens at the end of July, continues into August, and is said to be at its peak today. The moon is in Taurus. The moon is sandwiched between Uranus and Jupiter. All in Taurus. We also have Venus retrograde in Leo in a close conjunction or closely conjunct Black Moon Lilith in Leo. Trine Eris. A lot of righteous anger, women, the feminine, the earth has something to say, and women have something to say, and the woman in all of us, it's not just women per se, but the feminine side of us, the nurturing, the intuitive, the energy moving in, the yin. We have a sesquiquadrate between the North Node and Mercury, and then tomorrow we have an exact sesquiquadrate between Mercury and Pluto. And so these sesquiquadrates to Mercury create a Thor's Hammer. Now, when Trump was indicted on January 6th, we had a Thor's Hammer with Mars at the holding the hammer, with the North Node in Leo and, the North Node in Aries, conjunct Jack Smith's Venus, by the way, and Pluto being what would be the business end of the hammers. Went bang, 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 and we got the indictment. And of course, Donald Trump is losing his marbles, whatever marbles he might still have left. And but today we have Mercury in Virgo. Virgos, in a way, people don't notice Virgos, but man, when they swing the hammer, they don't miss, because Virgo is very much about making things perfect. Thank you. Sorry, there was a big black and white hornet that landed on my finger, but then decided that I wasn't the kind of flower it was interested in, luckily. Otherwise, that would have been an interesting video. Black and white hornet, yin and yang, balance. That's what that's saying to me. The sting. If you do not balance, you will be stung. I like that. I don't like that a hornet landed on my hand, but I'm glad it didn't bite me, and they sent me a message. Nature has a way of letting us know, right? Oh, goodness, we have some roses here. I know I'm getting distracted, but how could you not get distracted? Now, I don't know what's eating these roses, because they look kind of measly, like some of the leaves are missing. But they do smell amazing. So I wish I had smell-o-vision for you guys. So we have this Thor's Hammer. We also today have a square between the sun and the moon being in Taurus, the sun being in Leo. This is the crisis in consciousness square, 3/4 around the lunation cycle, where we start to reorient. We start to question authority. Now, that could be the authority of a certain ex-president who seems to think that, I've had experience with narcissists, and the one thing about narcissists is that you're either for them or against them. Like, that's just it. Like, there's no other reality to them. You're either going to support them, or everything you're doing is you're doing to spite them. And really, for the most part, nobody gives a shit about them. And that's the worst thing, right? So I always say they prefer adoration. They'll settle for dislike or hate or whatever. The only thing they don't like to be is ignored. And so, honestly, I've been saying this for years. The best thing we could do with Trump is ignore him. And last night I said to my husband, Michael, I was like, give me because Michael can't watch the news, and I don't blame him. It preys on his mind. He gets aggravated. He's the type of person who sees it right away. And it takes everybody else so long to see what's real and what's true that he gets aggravated and he feels like it's a waste of his time, and can't say he's not wrong. But so I gave it 5 minutes, and it just happened to be Joy Reid. And I wanted to know what happened with the judge, because I had been busy and all day doing home renovation projects and getting some classes together. I'm going to start classes again in September, so I'm getting all the information and the class stuff down, what I'm going to teach, kind of thing. And 5 minutes with Joy Reid, and she just kept putting Donald Trump into what he's saying. I don't want to know what he says. I don't care what he says, right? So it's like, stop giving this guy oxygen. And so, it's up to me. I just shut the television off. And I think there's, for us, I think when you see them, it's almost like we want an end to it, but then they keep stoking the embers. So if they keep stoking and they keep, bringing up this, is there going to be a civil war? Is this it's like, no, we are co-creative with our reality. We do not, it doesn't. They want one because they'll continue to feed off of it like vampires, right? But we're not interested. Are you? I'm not interested. So I say focus on what you're interested in, guys, right? The 8-8 portal is asking, what are you going to manifest? What is it that you want? What do you want to bring into your life, right? The vibration of this day is a 23-5. 5 is about change. It's the King of Wands. It's about dominion. It's about having dominion over your spirit, your creative spark, the God within. Are you going to waste it on this moron? Thank you, no. All right, I'm done. That was my what's that called? My rant. That's my 8-8 rant. So if you're interested in the astrology specifically, or I did do a reading last night using the Spellcaster's deck. I know people like when I do. Hello? I can hear you. Blue Jay. Oh, I know. All right, I'll put seed in. Is that it? All right. After I'm done with my peeps here. I got distracted again. So check that out. I put it up last night about, 10:30 or so. Otherwise, I'll see you again tomorrow morning. We're going to see. I think Chunkin is going to come down with something today. Although it won't be enough. She's gonna hold back a little bit, I think. But this lady ain't going to play. She is not going to play. I've looked at her chart. In fact, I'll do a video on that. I've looked at her chart, and she's all business. She's fair, but she's all business, and she's not going to let this go. There's no way. And of course, there's Fonnie Willis, the Scorpio, who's been working on this for 2 years, and now they're like, oh well, we don't have to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, this lady been working on this for 2 years, 2.5 years? And they're going to say, oh no, we're not going to do it. Oh no, that's not going to happen either. Fonnie is a Scorpio. She ain't going to let that go. All right, guys. We can expect fireworks, perhaps? But we are moving in the direction of balancing the scales, guys. Justice is here. The Pluto square the nodes, the resolution nodes, the south node in Libra, moving these abuses of power through the legal system. It's going to change those in power, but it's also going to change the legal system. And there needs to be an evening out. And Trump and his followers bring up this two-tiered legal system stuff, which of course we all know, but it has nothing to do with him. He's the one who's getting all the deference, right? It has to do with who has the money and who doesn't have the money, and how the legal system works, and whether you're dark or you're light, or male or female. I mean, how many women in taking care of themselves and protecting themselves have been put into prison for years and years and years because they kill the person who's trying to hurt them, right? And men don't get away with all kinds of crap. So that's going to change too. It's all changing, baby, and it's all going to be, I think, in the service of balance. All right, I'm going to go now because I could keep you out here for a long time, and I think it's going to rain on my head. So much love, everyone, and changes are coming. Take care. Namaste.